Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. Hello, students. I, Ms. Radhika Yadav, teaching at Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College, here again with you, dealing with subject History of Standard 7, Chapter 2, India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj, Part 3. In the previous video, Part 2, we had covered the topic Krishnadev Raya, the Bahmani Kingdom, Mahmud Gawan, Mughal power, Babur, Maharana Pratap, Chand Bibi and Rani Durgavati. Now further topics we'll see in this video. Aurangzeb. Now who was Aurangzeb? Let's see. Aurangzeb won the war of succession amongst other son of Shah Jahan and became the emperor by detaining his father in 1658 CE. Dara Sukho, the elder son of Shah Jahan, was famous for religious tolerance. He translated more than 50 Upanishads in Persian language when Aurangzeb became the emperor. At that time, the Mughal Empire extended from Kashmir in the north up to Ahmednagar in the south and from Kabul in the west up to Bengal in the east. To this, Aurangzeb added Assam in the east and the regions of Adil Shahi of Bijapur in the south and Qutub Shahi of Golconda after he ended these kingdoms. Next we have conflict with the Ahoms. Now what is Ahom and who are the Ahom people? In the 13th century CE, the people of the Shan community settled down in the valley of river Brahmaputra. They established their kingdom there. They were locally known as Ahom people. Students, make a note here. What is Ahom? So, in the 13th century CE, the people of the Shan community settled down in the valley of river Brahmaputra. They established their kingdom there. They were locally known as Ahom people. Please make a note of this. While Aurangzeb ruled, the Ahoms had a prolonged struggle with the Mughals. The Mughals attacked the Ahoms region. The Ahoms united under the leadership of Gadadhar Sinha. Commander Lachit Borphukin gave an intense battle against the Mughals. The Ahoms used the guerrilla technique in the conflict against the Mughals. Now what is guerrilla technique, which was adopted by the Ahoms people? Guerrilla technique is nothing but a form of irregular warfare in which small groups of combatants such as paramilitary personnel, armed civilians or irregular use of military tactics to fight a larger and less mobile traditional military. Again I repeat, guerrilla technique is nothing but it is a form of irregular warfare in which small groups such as paramilitary personnel, armed civilians or irregular use of military tactics to fight a larger and less mobile traditional military. It became impossible for Mughals to create a strong base in Assam. Next, we have conflict with the Sikhs. The ninth Guru of the Sikh, Guru Tegh Bahadur, protested strongly against Aurangzeb's policy of religious intolerance. Aurangzeb imprisoned him and beheaded him in 1675 CE. After him, Guru Gobind Singh became Guru of the Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh organized his followers and encouraged their martial spirit. He organized the Sikh youths into a fighting force called the Khalsa Dal. Their headquarters were at Anandpur. Aurangzeb sent his army to fight the Sikhs. His army attacked Anandpur. Although the Sikhs fought fiercely, they did not succeed. After that, Guru Gobind Singh came to the Deccan in 1708 CE. There was an attempt on his life when he was at Nanded. Soon after, the Guru succumbed to his wounds. Succumbed means to stop fighting or to give up. Next we have conflict with the Rajputs. Akbar had secured the cooperation of the Rajputs with his policy of amicable relations. Aurangzeb could not obtain the cooperation of Rajputs. After the death of Rana Jaswant Singh of Mewar, Aurangzeb annexed his kingdom to the Mughal Empire. Durgadas Rathod crowned Jaswant Singh's minor son Ajit Singh as the king of Marwar. Durgadas Rathod fought hard against the Mughals. Aurangzeb sent Prince Akbar to Marwar to crush the resistance of Durgadas. Prince Akbar joined hands with Rajput and rose in revolt against Aurangzeb. An effort was made to seek help from the Marathas in Maharashtra in this revolt. Durgadas Rathod continued his struggle against the Mughals for the existence of Marwar. Conflict with the Marathas. In Maharashtra, Swaraj was established under the leadership of Shivaji Maharaj. In his efforts to establish Swaraj, Shivaji Maharaj had to fight the Mughals too, along with the other enemies. Aurangzeb came down to the Deccan after the death of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj with the intention of conquering the whole of South India. But the Marathas offered stiff resistance to Aurangzeb and defended their independence. Now students, as we saw in this lesson, many rulers and their ruling powers and also the time period they ruled for. Now here we have a video which will show you the entire history of India from 29th century BCE to 2016. Thank you.